Respected parents, dear students, and my well wishers, I am trying hard for Maharashtra State Board Mathematics 11th and 12th Standard. Please subscribe my channel. My channel name is ABP Ideal CRL. Give the like and share with your friends. Well, dear students, this is lecture number 9. Derivative of parametric functions. If x is f of t and y is g of t are differentiable functions of t, so that y is differentiable function of x and dy by dt is not equal to 0, dx by dt is not equal to 0, then dy by dx is dy by dt upon dx by dt. So it is very important this, as you know that we are preparing for the board exam. So this proof may be asked for the 3 marks. The proof, given that x is equal to ft and y is equal to gt, where t is a parameter. Let delta t be the small increment in t, whereas delta x and delta y are corresponding increments in x and y respectively, such that none of them is not equal to 0. As these are differentiable functions, as x, y and t are differential function, then limit delta t tends to 0, delta y by delta t is equal to dy by dt, limit delta t tends to 0, delta x by delta t is equal to dx by dt, and limit delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta x is dy by dx are exist, and delta x by delta t is not equal to 0, therefore dx by dt is also not equal to 0. So these are differential functions, therefore these limits exist. Now delta y by delta x is equal to delta y by delta t upon delta x by delta t, where delta x by delta t is not equal to 0. Taking limit as delta tends to 0 on both sides, so limit delta t tends to 0, delta y by delta x is equal to limit delta y by delta t as delta t tends to 0 upon limit delta t tends to 0, delta x by delta t. As delta t tends to 0, delta x also tends to 0 because x is a function of t. Therefore, limit delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta x is equal to limit delta t tends to 0, delta y by delta t upon limit delta t tends to 0, delta x by delta t. And from the equation number 1, as we define that limit delta t tends to 0, these three limits exist. So therefore, finally dy by dx is equal to dy by dt upon dx by dt, and this complete the proof, provided dx by dt is not equal to 0. So very simple proof. This type of proofs we have done so many times. So this also simple proof. I do hope you understood this, because the problem based on that, if it is parametric function, then separately find derivative of y with respect to given parameter, find derivative of x with respect to given parameter, and take their quotient. That will be direct divided by dx, that is derivative of y with respect to x. Now see another differentiation of one function with respect to another function. If y is differential function of x, the derivative of y with respect to x is dy by dx, that you know that. Similarly, u is function of x and v is function of x. Here we deal x as a parameter. The derivative of u is dy by dx with respect to x, that is f dash x, and derivative of v with respect to x is dv by dx, that is e dash x. Then derivative of u with respect to v, that is du by dv, is du by dx upon dv by dx. Of course, dv by dx is equal to g dash x is not equal to 0. So according to the problem, we are going to change the parameter. In previous theorem, t as a parameter. Here, function of function, it is mixed function. In this theoretical part, we are going to attain the trigonometric functions, algebraical functions, exponential functions, logarithm functions, implicit functions, derivative of composite function, derivative of inverse function. All these categories are included in this type of the problems. Now we'll solve some problems based on these two. Problem number 1, find dy by dx. 1, if x is equal to 80 square, y is equal to 280. So it is function of t, the parametric. So differentiate with respect to t, we get, so dx by dt is 280 and dy by dt is 2e. Therefore, by the parametric form, dy by dx is dy by dt upon dx by dt, that is 2a upon 2at. Therefore, dy by dx is 1 upon t. Example number 2, very interesting example. It is parametric but inverse also. So we should reduce this by put t is equal to tan theta. Therefore, theta is equal to tan inverse t. Then x is equal to cos inverse 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta, and y is equal to sec inverse 1 plus tan square theta. Therefore, x is equal to cos inverse of, this is cos 2 theta, and it is sec square theta. So this is cos inverse, and you know that this will be only 2 theta, this will be sec inverse of sec theta, so y is equal to theta. Now you can differentiate with respect to theta. Dx by d theta is 2 and dy by d theta is 1, and therefore finally dy by dx is dy by d theta upon dx by d theta, that is 1 upon 2. Got it? Next, example number 3, find dy by dx if x is equal to cosec square theta and y is equal to cot cube theta, where theta is equal to pi by 6. Theta is equal to pi by 6. Given x is equal to cosec square theta, y is equal to cot cube theta. So here we are going to use composite function. Differentiation with respect to theta, we get dx by d theta is 2 cosec theta into derivative of cosec theta is minus cosec theta into cot theta. So this is minus 2 cosec square theta into cot theta. This is dx by d theta. And y is equal to cot cube theta. So differentiate with theta is 3 cot square theta, and this is cot theta derivative is minus cosec square theta. Therefore, this is minus 3 cot square theta into cosec square theta. Therefore, dy by dx is dy by d theta upon dx by d theta. This is equal to minus 3 cot square theta into cosec square theta divided by minus 2 cosec square theta into cot theta, and this is cosec square cancel, 1 cot cancel, so 3 by 2 cot theta. Therefore, dy by d theta is equal to pi by 6, 3 by 2 cot pi by 6, and value of cot pi by 6 is root 3. So this is the final answer. So I am going to take various examples. Still, if you see my all lectures right from the beginning, then you might understand all the concepts. You might clear your concepts. Then this will be simple. Next example number 4. Y is equal to e raised to cos 3t and x is equal to e raised to sin 3t. Show that divide x is equal to y log x upon x log y. Given y is equal to e raised to cos 3t and x is equal to e raised to sin 3t. Taking log on both sides, this will be log y cos 3t and log x is equal to sin 3t. Call this equation number 1. Differentiate with respect to t, we get 1 upon y dy by dt minus 3 sin 3t and 1 upon x dx by dt is 3 cos 3t. See, in the required proof there is no t, so we have to remove t from the question number 1. This is dy by dt is equal to minus 3y, and what is sin 3t is log x. Similarly, dx by dt is equal to 3x and cos 3t is log y. Therefore, dy by dx is dy by dt upon dx by dt, and this is minus 3y log x upon 3x log y. So 3 cancel, and therefore dy by dx is equal to minus y log x upon x log y. This complete the proof. Very simple example. Next example. x is equal to a root sec theta minus tan theta and y is a root sec theta plus tan theta, then show that divided is minus y upon x. Given x is equal to a under root sec theta minus tan theta. Now differentiate with respect to theta, we get dx by d theta. A is constant. Root means 1 upon 2 root sec theta minus tan theta into composite function. Derivative of sec theta is sec theta into tan theta, and derivative of tan theta is sec square theta. From numerator I am taking minus sec theta common into a inside bracket. So sec theta will be coming forward minus tan theta divided by 2 root sec theta minus tan theta. And this is minus sec theta upon 2 into a under root sec theta minus tan theta. Therefore, dx by d theta is minus sec theta upon 2, and this a into root sec theta minus tan theta is x. Similarly, if you differentiate y with respect to sec theta, this is also plus sec theta upon 2 into y. How it is? See, 2 upon a 2 root into derivative of this thing. The same thing. Here instead of minus sign, there will be the plus sign. And therefore, dy by dx is dx by d theta upon dy by d theta. So this is minus sec theta upon 2x. So dy by d theta upon dx by d theta is plus sec theta upon 2y divided by minus sec theta 2 upon x. So what is remain? Minus y upon x. So this part if you understood, next part is also simple here. Similarly, for board exam, don't write directly. You understood this step, that's why I have written here. And then dy by dx is dy by d theta upon dx by d theta. Sec theta upon 2 is cancelled. Minus y upon x is the required proof. Next example number 6. Given x is equal to log 1 plus t square. This can be write e raised to x is equal to 1 plus t square. That is t square is equal to e raised to x minus 1. Now differentiate with respect to x, we get e raised to x dx by dt is 2t. This is nothing but root of t square, that is e raised to x minus 1. Therefore, dx by dt is 2 e raised to x minus 1 upon e raised to x. Okay. Now come to the y. What is y? Is t minus tan inverse t. Differentiate with respect to x directly. Sorry, t. With respect to t, dy by dt is 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus t square, that derivative of tan inverse t. By cross multiplication, it will be t square upon 1 plus t square. Therefore, what is t square? T square is e raised to x minus 1, and 1 plus t square is e raised to x. Okay, so this is from this, and therefore dy by dx is dy by dt upon dx by dt. So what is dy by dt? E raised to x minus 1 upon e raised to x divided by 2 root e raised to x minus 1 upon e raised to x. So e raised to x will be cancelled, and finally this will be 2, and it is a square of this is nothing but e raised to x minus 1, and this complete the proof. Next, example number 7. Given x is equal to sine inverse e raised to t, that is e raised to t is equal to sine x. So differentiate with respect to t, we get dx by dt is 1 upon root 1 minus e raised to t square, that is 2t, into derivative of e raised to t. Now to come to this, what is y? Root of 1 minus, so this is y, and e raised to t is sin x. Therefore dx by dt is sin x upon y. Now come to the y. What is y? 1 minus e raised to 2t under root. Differentiate with respect to t, we get dy by dt is 1 upon 2 root 1 minus e raised to 2t, and its derivative is minus 2 e raised to 2t. So obviously minus 2 will be cancelled, so minus sign is remain. Now root of 1 minus e raised to is y, and this is e raised to 2t is nothing but raised to t square, raised to sine. So this will be sine square x, it is dy by dt, and therefore dy by dx is dy by dt upon dx by dt, and this is minus sine square x upon y divided by sine x upon y. So y will be cancelled, and it will be only sine x, it is value of dy by dx. But the required term is sine x plus dy, so sine x shift on this side, therefore sine x plus dy by dx is equal to 0. This is desired answer. Okay, very simple. Convert into, because at the requirement sin x is required, it is not sin x is given, so convert into sine inverse e raised to t into the sine x, and then if you treat, then you will get required answer. Next, example number 8. Given that x is equal to 2bt upon 1 plus t square, and y is equal to a 1 minus t square upon 1 plus t square. Now I will reduce it by putting t is equal to tan theta. So what happened? B I am taking first 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta, and this will be a 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. Now these are the formulas. X, it is formula of sin 2 theta, and this is formula of cos 2 theta. Okay, now here just I am writing bracket. Sin 2 theta is x upon b, and cos 2 theta is y upon a. This we are going to use afterwards. Okay, now x is equal to b sine 2 theta and y is equal to a cos 2 theta. Differentiate with respect to theta. We deal theta as a parameter here. So what happened? Dx by d theta is 2b cos 2 theta. 2b, what is cos 2 theta? Is y upon a, because in the required proof there is in the form of y and x. Similarly here, dy by theta is minus 2a sine 2 theta. So minus 2a, what is sine 2 theta? X upon b, dy by d theta. Therefore, dx by dy is dx upon d theta upon dy by d theta. What is dx by d theta? 2b y upon a divided by minus 2a x upon b. So both two cancel, minus y upon x. This b will go up, that is b square. A will coming down, that is a square. And this is dx by dy. Or suppose dy by dx is asked, then just a square x upon b square y. According to the question, you are going to take this ratio. Okay, so these are the problems based on parametric function and derivative of one function with respect to another function. I hope in this problem, 8 problems, you can understand all these concepts. Next lecture, we are going to start derivative of higher order derivatives.